I saw this today and I almost couldn't believe it. They just couldn't leave it alone. They had to put a nasty, mannish girl in Halo 1. Nobody wanted this. What a trash retcon. This right here is the exact reason why I'm not going to be purchasing Halo Evolved, man. People are starting to call it Halo Devolved at this point. Look at this. Look at this right here. We're gonna watch this. Oh, I just muted it. I'm guessing this is after.
Nice
What?
work.
Thanks. Spartans aren't the only badasses in the UNSC. So, did you take out the Prophet?
Negative.
Whatever the...
Oh my gosh. I want to say this is unbelievable, but the most unbelievable part about this is that I didn't think that they would do something like this. I
Thanks.
thought
Spartans aren't the...
only badass in the UNSC. Girls get it done. Am I right? Look at this queen stepping down from her throne to be on level with Master Chief. Look at this queen and her himbo guardians standing. Oh my freaking gosh.
badasses in the UNSC. So, did you take out the Prophet?
Negative.
Whatever the...
Hold on, I gotta see what this last line is. Whatever the Covenant's working on here needs to be stopped before it can go any further. Really? You don't say. You they 343, or should I say Halo Studios, really looked at this and said, you know what this scene could use? More exposition. And then someone else was like, oh my God, you're right. I've always wanted it to be explained clearly to me what needed to be done. Like, I just didn't think they put the message across that we needed to stop the Covenant fast enough. And then someone else was like, you know what? We really should have someone convey this message to the people. We should, this is our chance to put a woman, a strong female person in a Halo game for the first time. We'll be stepping on new territory. There's never been a strong female character in Halo ever. Someone that's like Sergeant Johnson, that you feel like could be a Spartan herself, that could step that Master Chief respects. You know what's funny is I bet it went the other way around. I bet they were like, okay, how can we add a strong female into this? How do we? Oh God! How do we do it? How do we put someone that's like better than Master Chief in the game? How do we do exposition? We explain to the audience what's happening in the story, and then everything. Oh, you're a genius! You're an absolute genius, dude. This is. Let's see what other people are saying. Oh, right. On top of this, they made Cortana more ugly. I'm going to say something that's going to sound just a tad bit crazy. All right, everyone get your tinfoil hats out. Everyone prepare for this one, because this one's a doozy. I think this is a psyop. I think they're trying to get women in video games to look more like men, so that way we can be more accepting of trans men, transgenders. I really do think that. I think if you make more women ugly, because at first it was like, you had a bunch of these fat hogs making women and designing women, so like they made the women ugly because they wanted to control what women looked like, because they. But now there's a new agenda. Now they gotta help their movement, right? So that's my big giant, like, this is what they're doing. Apparently, modders are working on a Cortana rework in the Halo remake to look more appealing to gamers. Thank God for modders. I'm still not going to buy it. Maybe I'll wait till it's on sale. Whoo, man, that's different lighting. Is it me? Or is that completely different lighting from this scene right here? Oh my gosh, she's going to be in more than one cutscene. She's going to show up. Maybe she's just in the bonus missions. Maybe it's just the bonus missions. That's me coping, by the way. That is the clear sign of cope. It doesn't matter if she's in the bonus missions or not. Remaking Halo and then deliberately hiding every mention and appearance of an annoying girl boss character who's constantly in the player's face is a terrible look for Xbox. How often is she in the game? That is my question. Do we know? Do we have information as to how often she's actually going to be showing up in the game? Didn't play the Game Awards. I respect most of your takes, Flash, but this one is just incorrect. You imbecile, this isn't a retcon when it has nothing to do with the main campaign. This was the cope I was telling you about. This was the exact cope. Looks like no one's really saying anything of importance about it. I was really hoping someone could say it. Sounds like they might just be in the story mission? Bonus missions. Especially when they're trying to save a brand that spent years in the gutter, became the laughingstock of the entire company. Honestly, this was already in the works. This was already pipelined in. Xbox or whatever, the new Asha, I forgot, I apologize for how I pronounce her name. She inherited this problem, okay? So we can only cross our fingers that this problem won't continue into the next game. But seriously, if they were going to include a character like that, they would have been better off not making those extra missions at all. I totally agree. And isn't it interesting how they advertised the extra missions, but they didn't advertise that she was going to be in them? On top of that, they announced this or showed this like days before the game comes out. When does the game come out? When is Halo Combat's Evolved release date? The 28th. It literally comes out in 3 days from today. So this gets announced 3 days when people have already put in their pre-orders, when people have already invested money into it, when people have already done who knows, whatever else, they drop this. Actually, they would have been, if you had any confidence in what you were making, you would have shown this off from the very beginning. Actually, they would have been better off never remaking Halo in the first place. The entire project has been unnecessary from day one. I totally agree. The only reason they've done this project was to recuperate some good faith back with the audience, to get a free cash grab from the audience because they have been failing at making Halo games, and Halo Infinite should have been the final nail in the coffin. I take that back. They should have been done making Halo games from the almost from the very first or second game they made. I think Halo 4 is a good pass. Halo 5 should have been it. They should have been done. We should have been seeing something else. That should have been the last failure they ever did. How is this company allowed to continue to do something like this over and over and over and over again? And honestly, I think a big part of it has to be some of the fans' faults, because you just eat any type of slop that they throw before you. Never ever, if Halo 1, 2, and 3 continued to break new ceilings and continue to reach new heights, how come we have never been able to see those heights ever again? How come we have never been able to surpass those heights? I'm not asking you to make those games exactly as they were again, but the fact of the matter that you are going back and you're trying to redo something. I'm going to say it. Jesus really hit it on the head when Jesus said, do not put new wine in an old wineskin. Like, honestly, guys, you seriously should stop trying to recapture lightning in a bottle and just create your own lightning. Just create your own lightning. But we've seen what it looks like when you try to create your own lightning. We get Halo Infinite, and it's not that impressive. There is no Shazam to it. So what really needs to happen is you guys need to get replaced. You guys need to get fired. We need to let Halo die. The best thing for Halo right now is for it to die, or for someone else to pick it up and do a better job with it. Seriously, Xbox, you are by far the dumbest video game company I've ever seen. I've never seen a brand go so far out of its way to sabotage itself the way Xbox does. I haven't even played it yet. The copy I got as a gift on Steam doesn't unlock until the 28th, so I'll get to see for myself how much damage has been done. And here's the reality. I do not want to give this company money. I am not going to buy this. I will wait for this to go on sale and then I'll review it then. I'm not a big, I have no authority. I don't have big influence. I don't have a lot of stuff. I can wait. This can be evergreen content for me. I can wait. I can cover the whole damn shebang. I can cover everything after it's come out. Can Halo Studios please be included in this next round of layoffs? I really want it to happen, man. I can forgive the bad armor. Okay? I can forgive it. I don't want to, but I can. I can cope with the rainbow energy sword, thinking, okay, well, it's plasma, it's maybe reflecting all the colors, maybe it's not one of the things, but clearly hard to have a bad day when this is waiting in the lobby. One more reason I love working at Halo. Susan Bunch. Man, I'm just, like, clearly, this is supposed to represent something else. They have to be in control of everything. And then this. And then this main character, freaking boss girl, Susan, or Mary Sue, of all traits, comes in. And you have to nerf Cortana. You have to nerf Cortana. I just don't understand why it took this long for me and for everyone else to see what's going on. They do these things so that they can control them. None of this is faithful to the game. How does having rainbow armor matter to the majority of players who play this game, who are men, by the way, who are straight men? You might not want to agree with it, but it is the fact of the matter. And you are trying to change the demographic. You are trying to replace the demographic. You're not trying to add to the demographic, because if you were trying to add to the demographic, you wouldn't be doing stuff like this that alienates the mass majority of the people that play your game. You are doing these things at the expense of those who have put you in this position. And if I can spend money to help you get rich, I can stop spending money just the same. And I can hope that other people do the same as well. What is this?
I'm Lieutenant Williams, Tiger.
Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Why even at like ×2 speed, ×50 speed, she still has a deeper voice than I do?
I'm Lieutenant Williams, Tiger Company.
You don't seem as impressed as the rest of your crew.
No, Sergeant Major, I'm not. Takes more than fancy armor and a good PR campaign to impress me. Not bad, Spartan.
Are they insulting Master Chief? Are we having to win the approval of this Foid? Is she even a Foid? Is she old enough to be a swamp hag at this point? It takes...
No, Sergeant Major, I'm not. Takes more than fancy armor and a good PR campaign to impress me. Not bad, Spartan.
I'm almost starting to believe the propaganda.
Nice work.
Thanks. Spartans aren't the only badasses in the UNSC. I'm Lieutenant Williams, Tiger.
Oh my God. Oh, what? Oh my. What the actual. Guys. It's like every stereotype distilled, like forced into it. Combat Devolved couldn't be more correct. Every stereotype is pushed onto this character. She is the manifestation of every woke ideology forced into Halo. Halo has never been this shallow. Oh, I can't believe. Like, why is this necessary? Why do you feel the need? Cortana was such a perfect Such a perfect female to contrast Master Chief in such a complimentary way. And you're gonna put this in here? Like, who is this for? What guy wants to sit here? We literally play Halo to get away from women like this. We don't play Halo to be immersed by her, to have her talk to us again. Do you, like, why are you trying so hard to push this? Why do you want to control this so badly? Real question is, this from the main campaign or the prequel missions? Prequel missions, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure it's from the prequel missions, and a lot of people are going to cope with that. I wouldn't even be surprised if Halo Studios made a statement. Oh, you don't have to play the prequel missions. You don't have to play them. Dude, this is so freaking bad, man. You really done messed up. Here's your Halo review. Talks about Gaza and politics instead of Halo. This is official game journalist. My faith in humanity is dwindling. Please tell me it isn't true. Please tell me it isn't true. I won't lie. It was great to be playing Halo again when the frame rate wasn't tanking, but it's hard not to feel like the franchise, I mean, that's Unreal Engine 5, Xbox, and everyone involved has been severely let down in recent years. We've had one new Halo game, Infinite, since 2015. Since 2015's Halo 5, I almost thought Infinite came out in 2015. Xbox has almost imploded due to the years of mismanagement, the results in thousands of employee layoffs, and Microsoft remains on the boycott, divest, sanction list in connection to what a UN commission declared What is happening? And Microsoft remains on the Boy Scout divest sanction list in connection to what a UN commission declared a genocide in Gaza, whereas the original Halo brought with it the promise of a new era for video games. This remake feels like it's in part been developed to make us feel good. Things about the brand again. Nostalgia and the realities of today have rarely clashed so heavily. You know what? I actually kind of agree with the review there. It's just this game is just made to make us feel good instead of actually made to play a game. It's so annoying when these games are made for people's emotions, man. Like, no one cares. No one cares about your feelings about current day temporary issues. People want to play a video game for escapism, to have fun, to do something freaking wild. Why did you post useless gap bait? If I want to see Hamas propaganda, I disconnect my brain first, then put on a Sun Biker videos. Okay. All right, guys. In addition to uglifying Cortana, Halo Combat Evolved changed the story to add an ugly, mannish girl boss, dude. My gosh, man. This is... Rolled my eyes once she started speaking. Regretted my purchase. Halo deserves to die. It does. All good things must come to an end. And ours ended, dare I say, with Halo 4. I'll say Halo Reach. But all good things must come to an end. The irony that AI managed to respect the original design decision of Halo Combat Evolved more than the officials says everything about the current state of the franchise. This is what's important here, is that, like, a lot of people are so consumed by this idea that they can make something look better, that their version is better. They're so... They think they can take something old. They think they can take something new and shove it in something old, when that's not what you need to do at all. You need to just make something new entirely. You need to stop trying to think that you can improve upon something that has already done so good, that has already essentially, in some cases, reached perfection, where you just don't need to touch it anymore. You just extend it. You just make something new. Stop trying to live in the past. Stop trying to rewrite the past. And that's the problem, is like, we spend a lot of time correcting these people and showing them, oh, this is what good used to look like, that they point the finger and blame us for living in the past. The issue is they're the ones that are constantly using the nostalgia against us. They're the ones that are constantly taking the name of something great and using it as their advertisement for something new. They are living in the past because they're constantly trying to rewrite the past. They're constantly trying to say, look, it would have been better if it was done our way. Instead of just making something they themselves would be happy with, they have to go and take something from someone else. It always has to be at the expense of someone else. They have to be in control. They don't want to help. They just want to control it. And that needs to stop. That needs to be called out. How dare Halo fans only like the original games that define the series and not the later games that made shitty changes to the formula? Exactly. Everything okay, Chief? Yeah, I was just reading these posts and thinking, Combat Devolved, no one hates Halo more than Halo fans. Yeah, you really got to hand it to them. You know why everyone thinks that their fans everyone thinks that they have the worst fans? It's because the people in control in the moment do not care about the original source material. They do not care about being authentic to anything. And so they make changes. And so they force change upon it. And so they make it to what they think would be better. Not what they think would complement it, not what they think would heighten it, but what they think would change it for the better. And in doing so, the fans are the first to see that there's a problem. The fans are the first to feel the issue, and so they call it out. And what happens? They get demonized. They get outcast. They get exiled. And then what happens to the product? The very product the fans tried to save, the very product the fans tried to hold accountable, the very product the fans tried to show love to, well, it dies. And then no one gets to enjoy it because the only people that were enjoying it were the very people that were cast out and called demons. Every single time. Let's see. Okay, is that all the Halo stuff we got for today? Damn. It's sad. It's sad. But the only thing I want to see from Halo now is it dying. The only thing I want to see from Halo Studios is its death. Unless some other company that I trust comes along and picks up Halo, I want this studio gone.